Hi, welcome to Caribou Country Lifestyle. My name is Cheryl. We are going to take one last look at the garden before I start taking out what's left. Tomorrow it's supposed to rain for most of the day, so I need to pick a few things today because I'm using some of those products out of the garden I'm going to be using for our dinner tonight. So let's take a look and see what we have left. So here all I have left are my gladiolas. I've picked everything else out, and these are the ones that actually never got a chance to flower. And then coming in here, this is asparagus and dill. Still have the dill growing in the garden, so we still have a chance to pick that. And then my sunflowers are coming to an end, that's for sure. This was the Color Fashion sunflower that I had in here. There's my thyme, lovely snapdragon still blooming. And then these are the gladiolas on this side that have bloomed the most. Here's my Swiss chard, and Swiss chard can handle a little bit of frost. We have had some frosty mornings. It's been -1, -2, and what I'm going to do is I'll just pick this Swiss chard and I will feed it to the chickens. Here we have a couple of small leeks on this side, and then this is the Joker sunflower, and then I still have my sweet peas. Look at this one. That is absolutely beautiful. I love that color. These leeks on this side are quite a bit larger than the ones on the other side. Still have my Cracker Jack marigolds going on. And of course my eggplant, but it's gonna get pulled out. Over on this side, these are the Goldfinger carrots, and I'm gonna be picking these for fresh eating. That's how I like the Goldfinger carrots the best. I mean, they're fine for cooking, but I'm gonna use them for fresh eating because I'd much rather have them for that. Not much left in the Danver half longs. I've picked quite a few of those, and we've been cooking them up. Still have lots of the dwarf green curled kale, and these are my bull's blood beets. We'll be picking those. Over here are the Scarlet Nanty carrots. Still have quite a few of these in here. These are good for cooked or for fresh eating as well. Still have calendula. These beets here are my cylinder beets. Another calendula. Some more sweet peas. Then over in this bed, we have the kohlrabi. These are quite large. I will have to pick those. In behind the kohlrabi is the celery, and it can handle a little bit of frost as well. More of these beautiful sweet peas. Okay, and over here are the golden beets. And we still have a few in the garden. They're gonna have to be picked as well. Beautiful calendula. More calendula. These over here, these are my rutabagas, but you can really see them if I show them from this side. Like, look how big those rutabagas are. And this one, that one right in there, that is just massive. Again, rutabagas can handle the frost. They actually they taste a bit sweeter once it has a touch of the frost. And then we'll look over here, and this is the bed that I took out my tomatoes and peppers, and I've planted my garlic, more calendula. All of my flowers here are still doing quite well, even with the frost. Snapdragons can handle that frost. The light frost, there's the borage, the nicotania, more snapdragons, more nicotania. I still have my parsley, and I have the curled parsley in behind there. Lavender is almost finished, but the lobelia and the alyssum is still going good. And then this is the stalks over there. And then if I come over here, all I have left are sweet peas. And in this corner is some purple onion, marigolds. I've got some hikiri salad turnips and baby bok choy. Not sure if it's going to amount to anything before it really gets cold. And then that's the corn salad that I planted, and those onions there. In this garden area, I will be picking my leeks, and I will definitely be lifting those gladiola bulbs out of the garden. Then we're also going to pick some potatoes, because today for dinner I'm making a potato and leek soup. And also I only need 3 leeks for the soup. The rest of the leeks I am going to dehydrate. So here we have the Christina potatoes. I picked some of these last weekend, and I could not believe the size of these potatoes. So let's take a look. Got some little baby ones. Okay. Of course, now all I see are regular sized ones. Hey! But last weekend, they were massive. Yeah. All regular size. Of course they are. Because I want to show you. My husband said, well, you should have stopped and showed them what they looked like, because now they're not anywhere near as big. I had a Dutch oven that I filled up for potatoes, and we had our Thanksgiving dinner last weekend, and to fill up a Dutch oven it only took 7 of these potatoes to fill up this Dutch oven, and I was just like, that's amazing. I mean, they're really nice looking potatoes, that's for sure. And there's lots of them in here. Okay. There's another one. I don't know why those ones were so big, and now I'm not finding them. Let's try this one, because I'm gonna need potatoes for tomorrow also. Okay, still average size. Oh man, but definitely have to get these out of the ground fairly quick, because it's only gonna get colder. It's definitely not gonna get warmer out. But still lots of potatoes being produced. I'm super happy with the potato yield. Planting them down here, it's definitely was way better than me planting them in those pig feed bags that I did last year. It's pretty good though. I mean, I've only did 2 hills and I think I've already filled up my bin. So I won't dig up a third, So it made a liar out of me, saying these potatoes were going to be so huge. But I have 2 more hills left, and these are the Christina potatoes. But look at this. So that's pretty good. I'll be using, these are the potatoes I'll be using to make my potato and leek soup. I also wanted to show you, so Jamie's been out here. We've been putting in the bark mulch. So he's got it all down the back and put it in on that bed. So that's where we had all of the squashes, the candy roaster squash and my corn and the butternut squash. And we had the cardboard down. So he came and put that all in there. So that's very awesome. Looks great. Also, Jamie finished off this part of the garden too. I forgot to show you. So this is all filled in with bark as well. Looks absolutely amazing now. It's totally finished. I'm so happy. I only have 3 leeks over here and they're pretty tiny. So, not very big at all. But still usable. So we'll pull these out. Same with these. These ones are quite a bit bigger. And I have been making potato and leek soup for the last couple of years. The first time I made it, probably 3 years ago, my husband was like, potato and leek soup, I don't know. I was like, well, I've never made it before, but I've heard good things about it. And I made it. Oh, look at this one. That's a nice looking leek. Anyways, I made the potato and leek soup and he said, oh my gosh, this is pretty good. I was like, So it's definitely, I got a lot more leeks, and like I say, this side did way better than the other side. And so I'm super happy about that. So that's why I've decided I want to dehydrate some of this, and then I can use that to make more soups throughout the winter. So yeah, I'm really happy with this. Is better than last year, which last year was not too bad, but I didn't get very many. And the year before again, so didn't get very many, but definitely this year was better. So happy about the leeks. Okay, so what I've done here is I have already picked my gladiola bulbs and I just pulled them out of the ground. So now what I'm going to do is I've got a set of pruners here. I'm just going to cut it 1 inch-ish above the bulb, and I have a box, and I'll just put the bulb in the box and put the top into my compost bucket here, and then I can just compost these tops. And then once they're dry, then I can I need to also take off any excess dirt and then store them in the box until they're for about a couple of weeks. I'm gonna let them dry before, just to get them dried up before I go putting them into a paper bag for the winter. And then of course I'll label the paper bag so that when I come across it, I'm going to know and put it in a spot that I'm going to remember, which will be in my basement with the rest of my seeds and trays and all my cells and everything. Probably just put it right on my plant stand. I have enough shelves that I can put it on my plant stand and it'll be totally fine. My parents always grew gladiolas and I always thought, oh, that's a lot of work having to lift them up in the fall and then dealing with them in the spring, and it's not that bad. My problem is getting to them before the frost hits, and then they're no good and you gotta just throw them out. And that's just not being organized with your time and not paying attention to the weather. And since I've been gardening here on this property, I watch the weather quite frequently, except for that one time it said it wasn't gonna freeze and then it ended up freezing. So sometimes it sneaks up on you too. So I've got 2 corms on this one. So I might end up getting a couple of extra plants out of the deal. I've decided to pick my carrots. I needed some carrots for tomorrow. I'm going to be making a shepherd's pie for tomorrow, and I definitely need some carrots for that. And as I was picking them, I had a lot, like I picked the Danver half-longs and the Scarlet Nantes, and I got hardly any carrots, and they were really small. I ended up giving the chickens quite a few because they were such baby carrots. So I've decided to pick my Goldfinger, but look at them. Like these ones. I have been not picking them because I knew, oh, look at that one. I was going to save them for fresh eating. But I'll just take them into the house and clean them up, and I can put them into bags and store them in my fridge for over the winter. And I just put them in those perforated vegetable bags. You can get those from the dollar store, and then the carrots keep really well in the fridge for a good amount of time. So I will be, that's what I'm going to be doing with these Goldfinger carrots. Like, they're just a really nice fresh eating carrot. I really like them. I've got the babies, some babies in here too. But I did reseed these carrots too. I think I reseeded all my carrots, and I think that's why there were so many baby ones in the Scarlet Nantes and the Danver half-longs, because I had picked all of the bigger carrots. So all that were left were the ones that I had reseeded, and they didn't have enough time to mature. But I got a lot of baby carrots out of the deal, and that's not always a bad thing neither. The baby carrots are so nice and sweet as well. So it won't take me long. Here's a big one. I could tell that one's really nice. Really nice size. Got a twofer. The twofer deal. And these won't last me long. Like, I usually put about a half a dozen carrots in a baggie and put them in my lunch to eat. So it doesn't take long to go through these carrots. And then once I get everything out of here, then I will come back and amend these beds with compost. I was going to do that today as well, but my husband has taken the wheelbarrow up to the gun range. They're having a competition shoot here in this area where we live. Oh, another really nice big one. So that's it for the Goldfinger carrots. So I'll just fill in those holes where the carrots were, and then we'll take all of this stuff inside. So yeah, I also had pulled took off all the pots that were on my deck, put them at the front door outside, because I was going to use the wheelbarrow to haul all those pots over to my compost, but I don't have the wheelbarrow, so that's going to have to wait as well. I still haven't been able to mow the lawn because last weekend when I was going to mow the lawn, I went out there and tried to start the Ride-'em lawnmower and it wouldn't start, and Jamie was out of town, so I didn't know what was wrong with it, and he said probably a battery issue, and I'm like, well, that's a blue job, not a pink job. I am not mechanically inclined when it comes to stuff like that. I leave that up to him. So anyways, couldn't mow my lawn, still can't mow my lawn, and it's supposed to rain most of tomorrow. So yeah, I am trying to get as much done as I can today. So I'm just going to store these Glad bulbs in my garage along with my tomatoes in the garage, and we'll let them dry for a couple of weeks. I just don't want to store them outside because with the weather being so cold now.